Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you the steps I do before I put my makeup on. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get sick, so the first thing I did is I brushed all my eyebrow hairs down and I cut them because I get out of control. Get some soap on a spoolie, wet it down, and then I'm going to brush them up with the soap. And I would have tweezed my eyebrows too, but can't find my tweezers. If you have fine hair, then you should be okay with just 1 or 2 swipes. Go ahead and tap all that excess off. And kind of go upward so that the hairs stay how you comb them. And I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there's just soap. And just clean up the edges. Because the brow pomade's not going to stick to that soap. So you really want to clean the edge. I use Kat Von D Super Brow, light brown. And I also use the pomade brush that she sells. Gonna get a little product, wipe the excess off on the back of your hand, and go in and try and make a line on the bottom. Once you have the line on the bottom, I like to go in at the top and try and fill in lines. And then slowly bring it to the front. Don't grab any more product because you want these hairs in front to look light and natural, natural-ish. Spoolie. You're going to want to have rinsed all the soap off and kind of let it dry a little bit. You're going to blend the front only. Wow, a little bit. Just grab very little product on your brush. I'm really only getting the very tip. And once you place it, you want to drag it as far down as you can go. Don't just leave it there. You kind of want to blend it in. And when you're doing, this is where a lot of times I make mistakes, is doing the arch. And you want to look down and see where this one is. Right there. And you want to place it on the same on this side. So right there. I don't know if you guys can even see what I'm doing. When you're doing the front of your brow, you don't want to really get a lot more product on the brush. Just kind of go with what's left over. And get any spots that are really don't have any hair. I'm going to fill those in. And you want to relax your eyebrows. Look down. Next I'm going to conceal. I never used to do this step before. I was like, that's pointless. As long as I get pretty straight line the first time. I just would put MAC paint pot, but I wouldn't put it all the way up to my brow, I would just kind of leave it blank. And I think since I've started doing this, it looks a lot better. Little tiny angle brush. This is from MAC. It's their 266 SE. This was in a Christmas collection set, but I'm sure they have it individually. And make sure that the arch is nice and defined, I guess would be the word. After that, I use MAC paint pot and lay in low. You're gonna want to wipe your eye off, get all the excess oil and stuff off, and go ahead and put that down. The reason I use my finger is because it kind of warms the product up a little bit and makes it easier to blend. You just want a thin layer. Go ahead and grab that concealer and pull it down. Now we're ready to set that with like a nude shadow or even translucent powder. And before you put primer on, it's important to put using a little bit of moisturizer. Just like a pump. Kind of just staying home. Don't really feel good. But I'm going to be going to the gym later. Neck scratched me. And this is a very important step. Eye cream. I'm using chamomile eye cream. Got this at Ulta. And you just want a light layer because you're going to be putting makeup on. And I'm going to come back later to do the makeup part because Max is awake and it's just too hectic. But you're going to want to set that base and let the moisturizer and eye cream sit for a little while before you put the primer. So I'll be back. I'm going to be using Wetnwild Color Icon, not a basic peach palette. What's the inside? It's really pretty. This was $4.99 at Walmart. I'm going to take this transition shade. I'm going to be doing something really simple today, just because I don't feel good, and I'm really just going to the gym today. And I kind of went back in with concealer to clean this eyebrow up. I noticed it wasn't quite the same as the other one. I'm going to take this matte white shade right here, and I'm going to try and blend that concealer. Some glitter glue stuff. On days like today, I just like to do kind of one shade all over the lid. And I want to make sure with this stuff that it's a thin layer, because if you have any clumps, the glitter is going to stick to that and it's going to look really weird. Just make sure it's kind of blended. I don't know which shade to use. It's like a copper peach. Maybe I should use both of it. That is very vibrant. Kind of wasn't what I was going for, but we're gonna work with it. It's already on there. I'm going to take this shade, the inner corner. Actually, no, I'm not, because that's kind of like a brown. I'm going to use this gold one. Wow, look how pretty that is. Blend it into the other shade there. It's kind of brighter than what I wanted. So I'm gonna get this brown. Start at the bottom. And work your way up. Gonna go back in with that crease shade and just make sure it's all blended.